John chapter 6, verse 25 through 59. Jesus, the bread of life. When they found him on the other side of the lake, they asked him, Rabbi, when did you get here? Jesus answered, Very truly I tell you, you are looking for me, not because you saw the signs I performed, but because you ate the loaves and had your fill. Do not work for food that spoils, but for food that endures to eternal life, which the Son of Man will give you. For on him God the Father has placed his seal of approval. Then they asked him, What must we do to the works God requires? Jesus answered, The work of God is this, to believe in the one he has sent. So they asked him, What sign then will you give that we may see it and believe you? What will you do? Our ancestors ate the manna in the wilderness, and it is written, He gave them bread from heaven to eat. Jesus said to them, Very truly I tell you, it is not Moses who had given you the bread from heaven, but it is my Father who gives you the true bread from heaven. For the bread of God is the bread that comes down from heaven and gives life to the world. Sir, they said, always give us this bread. Then Jesus declared, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never grow hungry. Whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. But as I told you, you have seen me, and you still do not believe. All those the Father gives me will come to me, and whoever comes to me I will never drive away. For I have come down from heaven not to do my will, but the will of him who sent me. And this is the will of him who sent me, that I shall lose none of all those he has given me, but raise them up at the last day. For my Father's will is that everyone who looks to the Son and believes in him shall have eternal life, and I will raise them up at the last day. At this the Jews there began to grumble at him, because he said, I am the bread that came down from heaven. And they said, Is this not Jesus, the son of Joseph, whose father and mother we know? How can they now say, I came down from heaven? Stop grumbling among yourselves, Jesus answered. No one can come to me unless the Father who sent me draws them, and I will raise them up at the last day. It is written in the prophets, they will be taught by God. Everyone who has heard the Father and learned from him comes to me. No one has seen the Father except the one who is from God. Only he sees the Father. Very truly I tell you, the one who believes has eternal life. I am the bread of life. Your ancestors ate the manna in the wilderness, yet they died. But here is the bread that comes down from heaven, which anyone may eat and not die. I am the living bread that came down from heaven. Whoever eats this bread will live forever. This bread is my flesh, which I give into the light of this world. Then the Jews began to argue sharply among themselves, How can this man give us flesh to eat? Jesus said to them, Very truly I tell you, unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you will not have no life in you. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood has eternal life, and I will raise them up at the last day. For my flesh is real food, and my blood is real drink. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood remains to me, and I in them. Just as the living Father sent me, and I live because of the Father, so that one who feeds on me will live because of me. This is the bread that came down from heaven. Your ancestors ate manna and died, but whoever feeds in this bread will live forever. He said this while teaching at the synagogue in Capernaum. Okay, welcome back to the season of You Can Be a Diamond Painter Too. So this is the section that we're going to work. So I'm going to go probably right here is where I'm going to stop, and we're going to work the white section right here. So let me get my beads out. Shake them up here. Oops. Alright, so this is what we said we were going to create. We're going to have this right here, and I have the paper pulled back sideways. So all this is exposed. So we're just going to go across like this. And this is going to be my stopping point for my white. And we're not going to go any further. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my paper to where I'm at right here. My clear cover sheet. And I know I just dropped that one. I couldn't see it on that white. It's right here. Okay, so that's where I'm at. So I'm going to pull my paper up here. I got some washi tape on it. I'm going to get my washi tape. So that's what I was using to hold it back. And then I'm going to move it across my area here like this. And I'm going to say okay, and I'm going to get it right there. I'm going to lay it on top of that. And I'm going to put my washi right here. And make it a little straighter here. Washi right there. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my washi down here, pull it up, and I'm gonna move the picture, so I'm not really sure what you're gonna see, but you're gonna see a side view here. And I'm gonna take my scissors, I'm gonna pull my clear paper up from the bottom. And pull it up like this, right there, and say, okay, this is where I'm gonna cut. Yeah. Cut across this way. I gotta move it where I can see it for 1 second, so just bear with me. So we're gonna go across. Okay, and that cut it off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this back down. Oops, fill it up here. Get it pretty even. I'm pulling the, that's where that is, okay. Yeah, I did that backwards. Hey, guess what, y'all? I just messed it up. Oh, I'm just kidding. Alright, so I'm putting the paper back down. Yeah. Get it sitting right. Ah, crap, that man is inside out. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the butt to pull off. Yes, there is a wrong way to put the cover paper down. I just messed it up. Not really. I can pull it off, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Oh, it's hard to pull, y'all. What not to do. This is what not to do. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, a little bit more. Oh, whew. Let me try this again. I'm gonna do one small area so I know what sticks and what shouldn't be. All right, so it should stick this way. So this way it sticks. And do a bigger area. All right, that's the way. Okay, do this again. All right, there we go. All right, got it on right now. Whew. Is that right still? Yeah, just got it inside turned and folded on itself, so I want that. Back up we go. All right, getting a little staticky going on here. All right, so. All right, we're gonna lay that back down. Straighten it out. Hey, at least y'all know this is real. Keeping it real, y'all. All right, so I got it right now. I just spilled all my whites everywhere out of my boat, so I gotta get them down here. They're at the bottom of my desk. You can't see it because you're too close. I got you zoomed in pretty good. Because I wanted you at least to be able to see, so then I'll have to reposition my picture. Come here. Hey, look. It just shows you that even though I've been diamond painting long, it's gonna come off. Yeah, it's gonna come off right there. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to put, I'm gonna position the paper to where I want it. And then I'm just going to keep that part open. Okay. And this is my sticky here, my washi. But that's where my end is, so I know that's where my end is, right? Alright, let me see where you are and what you can see. So hold on 1 second, because I gotta look. I gotta come to your side of the view. So I'm behind the camera right now, so I can see where we are. So I can move you back up. Okay, and then I'll put, ooh, this is my washi, oh mercy. Washi tape stuck to everything. It sticks to everything. All right, let me get you centered back up again. All right, we're moving you right there, okay. And you're gonna see me. I'll stick it under. I don't want it sticking to the paper. All right, back we go. The canvas stuck to the light pad. moving you around. On down. Nope, 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 come here. I need you to stay up for 1 second. Alright, this is where we're going to put it. Up to the board, back down you go. And my finger's right in it. Look at that, y'all. Alright, so let me just make sure. Still looking at your view, my view. Alright, a little bit right there, sticky going on. Up here at the top is a little bit of glue. You can't see it. It goes over the edge. It's a little sticky, so I'm going to put me a little washi on the end right here. Where the sticky is, right there. It's not too bad on the side, but on the top this was pretty bad, so. And I'll do it like that, okay. Alright, so let me get back to where I am, to where I can do this little section right here. Although I wanted to go further in, so I'm doing all the white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my paper. Oops, all that white. Alright. Let me put it right here. Okay, I'm going across the top this way. Alright, so I'm going to put it right there. Just get that part covered up. Okay. Bottom's covered up, top's covered up, side's covered up. Okay. So I'm going to do all the white. Let me just make sure you guys can see all the way over here. Let's see how far y'all can see. Sorry, I got to use my pen as my guide. So yeah, y'all can see all this. So I'm going to do all this white right here. Okay. Let's get it started now. 6 minutes of hot business. Alright, so I'm going to go back up on this side and create a side border. Right here. Look, it's just y'all keeping it real. I'm not perfect at it. I just get by. That's me getting by. That's me doing crazy mess. Okay. So we're going to come up this side like this. Okay, so there we go. We're going to fill all the eyes in here. We're going to fill them all in here, right here, right here, and right here. So we're just going to fill our tops in. Just going to go across. Across we go. Right across here. And there we go. And then back across. And across. And then we're just going to go right across this. And right into this section. Just making us a straight little line we got going on here. And then we're just going to go right here. Alrighty. Going to go right there. So I'm going to fill these 3 in right here. Okay, and then we're just going to fill this section in. The higher I go with the pen, the more it shakes. So, there we go right there. And it goes right here. Here. Right there. Right there. Okay. And then we'll just fill this part in. We're just doing all the eyes. Oops. And we got an eye right here. Okay. So we got that filled in. All right, I'm going to fill this part right here in. I'm going to shake up my tray. See if I can get some more laying down flat. So then we're going to go right here and fill these in. And then right there. one right there. And there those. Alright, so those are all the whites right there, and these are all the whites right here. So I'm going to come down here and fill this in and just work my way out of the area for where our white is. Can't go too far and low. So we'll just go across here. I'm going to pick up that right there. And we'll do it right here. And this is when you're starting and when you're going, if you want to start picking areas that you're going to work and how you're going to work them. So that's what I just did. I said I'm going to pick white. We're going to fill all this white in. Around this, the flower, around the vines or the leaves of the flowers. That's what I'm working on. That's the section I'm going to do. Then I'll know that, hey, I accomplished that white. That's what I did. That's what makes, you know, how you accomplish your things here. Accomplish on your paintings. Just take your sections, however small or however big. This is kind of a big section, bigger than, you know, not as, probably around the 20 drill mark, 200 mark, if I had to guess. Could be less. Just gives you options of how you want to work it, what works for you. Some people may not like you being so rigorous in creating a box and coloring in the box, you know. But I'm just giving you options of how you can get started and how you can do, because ultimately the whole outside of the picture, you know, this is the this area right here. I mean, that's your box, that's your color in the picture part. But you can make smaller sections out of it so that it's not so overwhelming and that you can accomplish things. I mean, that's the whole point. I think it's what, you know, takes the anxiety out of, you know, your day is you accomplished something, one small thing. But, you know, that's sometimes how you have to take your day. You know, things are a lot. You just, you take on small things. It's like my husband said earlier today, he's like, God, I feel like we have so much to do because, you know, we got to pack because we're going on vacation next week, which will be why you'll see these videos while I'm on vacation, because I'm trying to film so much ahead that I can, you know, have a video for you guys while I'm on vacation. But he goes, I feel like we have so much to do, and I said, well, you know, just, we're going to do the little, you know, little bit at a time. So we cleaned house, so we did that. So I told myself, oh, I got to go out, I got to work on that picture because I got to do some recordings, so I'll have them for, you know, when I'm off next week, because we're going to the beach. So you guys will still have something to watch, because, you know, Facebook's one thing, but YouTube's like a whole nother job. So you have to, and I'll go ahead and be honest with you, for YouTube, especially with the algorithm to pick up the way it needs to for direct people to your channel to watch. I mean, I'm getting a lot of views just on this series alone, and I just decided to start the series on Facebook. Didn't even think about putting it on YouTube. I was just, you know, diamond painting along on YouTube of whatever picture that I was working on. So if you want to check the YouTube channel out, I do have a pinned post, or I had a pinned post on my Facebook page. For those of you that are watching through Facebook, on YouTube, it's Susan Diamond Paints. But those of you, of course, watching on YouTube, that's where you are. But it's a lot of work. It's work getting videos together. I mean, I'm just not taking this video and then throwing it, you know, right into YouTube. It doesn't work that way. For one thing, the video's too big. So I'm using a GoPro 8, Hero 8. Bought it from a friend. And the videos are like a gig or two or more, you know, 2 or 3 gigs big. So that takes time to upload on YouTube. So, and then of course it would definitely take time to upload on Facebook. So what I'm doing now, I have discovered Handbrake. It is a free video service. I just download it. I'm using it to compress my videos, so that it compresses it into a smaller, you know, a megabyte size. So then I can load that up into WeVideo. That's my editing software that I use. And then edit the videos. And I don't really edit as much as, you know, take anything in and out of the video. All I do for the editing process for my is for my YouTube channel side is I do a daily devotional. So I put all the images because I have a first image is the today's date, and the word devotional, so like April whatever devotional. And then I have my devotional in an audio format, and I put a time-lapse type video with it. And then I put the video, and then the way the GoPro does the recordings for every 2 gigs, it creates a new clip. Now you won't see it, but then I have to put the videos together, and then I have to figure out which ones go together to create then this whatever, how long video this is going to be. 6 minutes is way too long because of the mess I just did. But to do that and get it together to upload it on Facebook. So then I'll upload videos on Facebook and then have them private so you can't see it until it's the day that you're supposed to see it. So then just doing that. So that's what I got to do today. Get all that done to get the videos ready for when I'm gone. So then all I have to do from my phone while I'm on vacation is just pick the video, go public with it, and pin it, because that's how I do it on Facebook. So I got that little section filled in. So, and that's like I said, I can sit and talk to you a little bit while I do a color that I don't have to pay too much attention to. So that's but that's the YouTube side of things. So like I said, if I was just doing it on Facebook, all what I'd do is just do the same thing, pull it through Handbrake. I won't have to do anything through WeVideo other than piece it together and then just download it to upload on Facebook. But I do have a channel, so I've had a channel for a little while. So that's why I was like, well, when I didn't have a video for YouTube one night, and I was like, well, I'll just put my video that I just put up for on Facebook, where I show you how to diamond paint, because I'm sure there's a lot of you that were curious about what it is and how do you do it. And yeah, you can do it too, trust me. If you just gotta have the patience for it. I mean, you've got, like I said, if you don't have the patience, or you don't have a lot of patience, start small. Do little small squares. You will feel like you accomplish things. The 10 by 10 should be enough. That should be enough as far as patience is concerned. All right, so I got all the white filled in. So that's all the white. So I'm pretty sure of the 6-minute mess, this is gonna be a nice video. Just make sure that everybody's sitting like they're supposed to. This one's sticking out too far, so I gotta push it down. And everything else looks good. So then the next video, what I will probably do, since you can see about this far, is I need to probably do this part of the flower, this part of the stem, and then I may move you over enough to where we can get into some of this. I need to finish this flower out and do part of this stem part. All right, so that's it for that video, and sorry about this 6 minutes of craziness mess that I was creating for myself, but that's just how it goes. I mean, it's live and real. This is real deal here. This ain't no fake editing mess. If it did that, ooh, I think it'd take away the creativity. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching, y'all. And you're on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk with y'all later. Thanks.